And we do that through resource partners, and some of them are here and played a wonderful role in the disaster, our Small Business Development Center. Folks, are you here? Stand up real quick. Yay! We also have SCORE, and we have a Veterans Business Resource Center, and we have Women's Business Centers. I'd also like to introduce to you our new branch manager of our Springfield office, Suzanne Stearman. She drove yesterday this morning, and of course, Kevin, which many of you know is with our Office of Disaster Assistance. Kevin's going to come up here with me. And then we have, in addition to the 3 C's, we have a D, and that's disaster. I know these sound like grades that your kids would bring home, but this is actually a good one. And this is the Office of Disaster Assistance, and that is where our national award winners are coming. And this is the first time in this 4-state region that we've had a national award winner for the Phoenix Award. And this award began in 1998, and it's for people, officials, and small businesses who provide extraordinary assistance and performance during disasters. And we know, all of you know, that Rob and Amplify those attributes. So, Kevin, could you give us a little bit more about the award?
Thank you, Pat. Thanks for all being here. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces, SBDC. I met a good guy right here, Rob McNabb, a doctor over at Freeman, and so I got in here early to meet him as well, and that was nice. During 2011, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of how many disasters there were in Missouri at the time, and I just want to give you a scope of how big Joplin was. SBA loaned out exactly $55 million for the entire state of Missouri for 2011. That's the flooding up north, the flooding down south, the tornado that went through the St. Louis airport, and then Joplin occurred May 22nd. For Joplin, $42 million in loans alone. So just a $13 million difference between the entire state and what Joplin went through that particular year. 401 homes were approved for $26 million, and businesses 101 for $16.2 million. A lot of that, of course, had to do with Rob. When SBA comes into an area, and Pat can probably refer to this as well, the regional administrator continues to look at long-term recovery. And Pat Brown-Dixon and I, almost from the very beginning, had noticed that Rob may be a viable candidate for a Phoenix Award. So as I gave Pat monthly, weekly, daily reports, she wanted to know how Rob was doing. And as I spoke with folks at the chamber, Tanya, Kirsty, Ginger, Stephanie, Steve, and Lisa, I would always ask how Rob was doing, what he was doing in certain situations. They would never know what I was doing, but I was getting information. Pat and I were kind of getting something together for Rob for a Phoenix Award. Leading to that is what Kirsty has done for me as well. Her and I forged a good relationship, and we've maintained contact about monthly ever since the disaster occurred, and she's the one that turned me on to Amplify. We did a thorough vetting and benchmarking of Amplify, wrote them up. They even appeared on national TV. I was in my office in Sacramento, California, and I was working on Amplify's package, and all of a sudden they were on the national TV screen, and it was just the oddest thing in the world to see Amplify on TV as we were working on their report or their package to submit to Washington, D.C., where they eventually returned the national winner for businesses. It's great being back in Joplin. I was with Kirsty and Rob yesterday, and I drove through the community. I was here in January of 2012, so I've seen the steps that you guys are going through as an outsider. I've taken photos, and it's just amazing, the recovery. As I drove down Rangeline yesterday, just amazing. One of the best communities I've ever been associated with in terms of disaster recovery. It was a great honor to meet Rob. He's a lifelong friend, and Kirsty as well, and I like everybody at the chamber, and I'm really proud of Joplin, and of course Pat Brown-Dixon has been very good with me as well. So thank you all.
Bob, where are you? We've got Paul, Derek, and Kip. Rob, he's come out. Okay. Paul, Derek, Is Kip here?
Kip's here. Derek's in Cambodia.
Oh, in Cambodia. He misses Good Morning, John. Well, one of the reasons we're here is because it's always good to be honored in front of your own community. And they won these national awards as a result of what they did in this community. Now, next Friday, they're going to be going to get their award in Washington, D.C. at a National Small Business Week program. And I was telling Rob this morning that their speaker is going to be Fran Tarkenton. Is where they're going to be getting their awards. Yay! So Fran is going to be looking at you guys get your awards. And you can also do a live stream. You can go to www.sba.gov, National Small Business Week, and you can actually see on your computers Rob and Amplify get their awards next Friday morning between 7:30 and 9 a.m. our time. So please take a look at what they're doing. Rob, of course, as the president of the Joplin Chamber, was the first person I saw, and he helped to open our SBA Business Resource Center. He kept in contact with all of us. He kept in contact with all of the affected businesses, and there were about 5,000 jobs that were going to be affected. But about 2 years later, not only are the businesses back, almost 450 out of the 500 are back, and then there are 40 brand new businesses in 2 years. Please give a hand to Rob O'Brien. Always making progress. I went to your website. They were just getting ready to open their business before it was blown away. And while it was blown away, they went around helping everybody else. So now they are back into their new facility, and business is better than they had predicted for 5 years. It has surpassed their 5-year forecast. So let's give a hand to Amplify, always making progress. And I also saw on TV, and I think it was in Kansas City, Rob O'Brien and Larry giving a $20,000 check to the Moore Chamber of Commerce for what they were doing. So Rob, I can't think of any better. These are national award winners, and they're going to be seen nationally next Friday. But we, as our hometown, would you please stand and give them the honor that they deserve. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I tell you, when I travel a lot,
I've been working with elected officials for a few years, and the one truth that I've discovered is that when it comes to remarks, shorter is better. So what we have here today is we have Congressional Records, which basically outline the accomplishments of Rob O'Brien and of the folks associated with Amplify. And it's from the Congressman just as a way to say thank you and to recognize them for being awarded with the Phoenix Awards. So if I could get them to come up here again. Just one more quick thing about those is I like to mention this is that the Congressman actually read those into the record on, I believe it was June 11th, and so that's part of the daily record in Congress, and it will be there for and but basically for the rest of time. So 20 years from now, someone's doing research and they want to look this up, it will be in the Library of Congress. So it's something that's there forever. Thank you very much.